The following program is rated MA and may contain themes that may not be appropriate for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Trendsetters, the school of hard knocks and that attitude ever. Yeah, I just wanted to be one of the best. Holding the mic as I'm yelling out D-Generation X. I will remember it. I'll never forget it. We come a pretty long way. There's so much I can say. It's never really gone away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday night. Time for the Raw Patrol. Time for some Monday Night Raw. Just here to get the show started with OMD back. Wait, what is... I see a message here that I'm going to double check here, and it's in our Turnbuckle chat. Oh, okay. It's regarding tomorrow's show, so...
okay. Yes, it is good to be back. It felt good to get back into the groove, though I did feel a little rusty on the LRB tonight.
I challenged you several times during that show.
You did.
Just got to remember, you got to give the reason why. But the reason why we're looking at this right now is we're looking at what was a very exciting gauntlet match here.
Oh, yes.
And the star-making match for Bron Breakker.
Yeah.
Not that he needed more star-making matches, but I mean, like, with Seth Rollins out of the picture now, we kind of need somebody to step into his place. I wouldn't say replace him, but step into that spot for now.
Yeah, this was absolutely huge. I loved this match. I didn't have Braun going first to last, but I didn't have Punk winning. I knew Braun was going to have an impressive showing.
Now, see, I thought my pick was Braun to win, and my other pick was Jay.
Oh, really? I figured for sure you would have LA Knight.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. It was LA Knight. It was LA Knight and Bronson, because I still firmly believe that LA Knight is ready for that main event spot.
Oh, he is.
That's neither here nor there at this point. But when after Bronson eliminated Penta and it came down to and LA Knight was the next one to show up, I was like, damn.
Yeah,
there it goes. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, Punk is taking it.
Oh, see, I didn't have Punk winning it until he came out fifth. I think I probably had Jay winning it. But,
yeah.
I would have had Braun win it had he not been in first.
Yeah, and going back to the LA Knight thing, as soon as I realized that he isn't going to take it, he became my early pick for the 2026 Royal Rumble.
Okay.
But, and this is a big but, if Punk can take the title off Gunther, and let's just say Gunther does not get another shot, or, he gets shots and doesn't win for the remainder of the year, then maybe he's my pick to win the Royal Rumble.
Right. And then you can have him win one on the big stage instead of...
Instead of losing all the time.
Sami Zayn coming in wearing an Oasis football jersey.
I had a joke for that. Sami Zayn is now our Wonderwall.
Oh, he may be yours, but not mine.
I will be the first to admit I am a fan of Oasis. Not a fan of the brothers and their attitude, but a fan of their music. There's a whole separate, I can separate the band from the music with that when it comes to them. And here comes Dom. You're looking pretty healthy there, Dom. Dom was driving, of all things. He hands the keys off to Sheamus to AJ
Styles.
The reason why I said Sheamus, the reason why I said Sheamus is because the hat kind of reminded me of like a hat I've seen Sheamus wear.
Right.
Punk is coming out to start us off.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so I wonder if that means they are going to go with, as I suspect, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman in the main event segment.
Well, I kind of had a thought about this because when we left off at the show last night, Punk, Jay, and Roman were all standing strong in the ring together.
Right.
We saw Roman and Jay shake hands as if to say, like, thank you. There was a little bit of trepidation between Punk and Roman. I think they did shake hands. I can't remember if they did or not.
Not that we saw, because it was Roman helped Jay up, but then sort of looked over at Punk, didn't do anything, didn't go over to help him up or anything.
Yeah, but there was still that, like, there was like a nod of acknowledgement between the two of them. But I'm wondering if maybe we get Roman involved in this segment in some way or another too, because let's face it, even though Punk still will have his troubles with Gunther over the next couple of weeks, he still has his troubles with Seth Rollins' group too.
Yes, he does. But I do, and I'm going to say it right now, I have Punk winning the belt at SummerSlam.
I'm not making a prediction just yet. It's too early from the announcement to even think about that.
But we're like a week and a half out, 2 weeks out from SummerSlam.
Yeah, and on one of the Turnbuckle Talks, possibly next week's episode, I think, is going to be our predictions episode. And
right.
We probably should vote the entire episode to that because there's already 10 matches announced almost.
Right, and you're looking at 2 nights, so you got at least 2 more matches per night to be announced.
Mm-hmm.
With the speculation being AJ and Dom for one of them.
Which I highly expect will be announced tonight.
Yep. As well as the Tag Team Championship match.
I get a feeling that's going to happen on the Raw after SummerSlam. Or next week's Raw, just like how the Wyatt 6 tag team title match is next week.
Right.
I'll take care of that in just a second.
And CM Punk has the stick, so let's listen in.
Well, Bulkster, glad to have you here. But Bubba, right now we've got Punk and Gunther in the ring, about to. Well, Punk was spitting some truth about wanting his shot, and Gunther has now showed up here. Well, OMD says he sees Punk winning the title. I'm not making that prediction just yet, given that the match was only just announced. I just need a little bit more time to figure out my prediction on that one. Oh, OMD, I miss you not hitting that mute button.
No, I did hit it, but it didn't come off. But some very harsh, pointed words from Gunther at CM Punk.
Oh, Stephanie Vaquer's now got a promo. I think she's getting a little bit too confident for Stephanie Vaquer.
Yep.
Little too confident and overlooking both Iyo and Rhea as well.
Yep.
That's Naomi, for those of you out there. Naomi interrupted what Stephanie Vaquer was saying.
And what a match to open the show with.
I was a little confused at the Titantron for a second because I forgot what Rusev's Titantron was.
Right?
Hulkster, I'm with you, man. I love that laugh. It's a very like evil, maniacal laugh.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I'm loving Rusev's new shirt, just the simplicity of it.
I was going to point out that it reminds me of Sylvester Terkay.
There's a name I haven't heard in eons.
His, if you remember, like his coat, he had like a symbol on this side, and it was just straight black that he wore to the ring. I can't remember what the symbol was here. I wonder, it might have been like a flag or something. I can't recall. And they're still promoting tickets for the WWE Super Show taking place in Mexico this Saturday and Sunday, both in Mexico City and Monterrey.
Yes.
So guys, if you're in Mexico, go get your tickets because you guys are going to be in for a hell of a show.
Yes, you are. And I am sure that we will see some absolute highlights next Monday right here on the Raw Patrol.
Yeah, as long as I get to see some Mr. Iguana, I'll be happy. And also some recent WWE signee, Octagon Jr.
Yes.
That still excites me that he signed. I've been watching that dude for the better part of 20 years, so. And then before that, watched his dad wrestle in the WWE as well in the mid-90s.
Right.
For a brief period.
Yep.
And on AAA, because we used to get Mexico. Well, AAA was it? It was AAA, right? Or was it
CMLL?
Okay. Well, he also worked for CMLL for a brief time
he
too.
did.
So. But we used to get. Sorry, you were gonna say?
So we are starting this show with an absolute banger. Because in the immortal words of Pat McAfee and then Wade Barrett after him, it's fight night.
I don't know why, but something tells me this match is going to lead to a shillelagh on a pole match. And no, I'm not channeling my inner Vince Russo.
I was going to say we could see that good old-fashioned Donnybrook.
Or what was the name of that fight that Finlay and JBL? Oh, it was like an Irish street fight or something like that. Finlay and JBL had at WrestleMania that was actually turned out a lot better than it looked on paper.
Yeah, it was sort of like the first one to be able to grab the shillelagh was able to use it.
And they just beat the snot out of each other. Even Hornswoggle got a few licks in.
Yep.
Oh, Belfast Brawl. That's what it was. It was just a straight up street fight, but it was two legitimately tough guys beating the hell out of each other for like 20 minutes.
Now, we saw this match. I can't remember if it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Do we see Sheamus getting redemption in this match, or do we get Rusev again with the dominant finish?
WWE just answered your question. It was 3 weeks ago.
There we go. Thank you, Raw.
I'm not really sure because, like, you want to continue building Rusev to be this dominant, I'm going to destroy you kind of beast. But I feel like Sheamus could use the win.
Yes. And I think, like, for me, I picked Rusev to win this. Just because you need to get Rusev built up as that dominant beast and get him into potentially title contention, even though he's right now claiming he doesn't care about it.
No, because right now, I mean, we're only like what, 5 months or 4 months into his return.
Yeah.
So I don't think we really need to put him in any title picture just yet. Because let's not forget, how long has he been out of the WWE prior to that?
Yeah.
And I know it's been like only like 6-7 years, and a lot of people would still remember him. But in that 6 or 7 years, there's also, new fans that came in to check out the show. Yeah. And they probably don't know who Rusev is.
Right. The reason I'm thinking you want to get him into the title picture is just to make him a dominant champion. But we also know that his character arc right now is that of the Redeemer.
Yeah, so like he's built. So as a Redeemer, you're redeeming yourself. You're building yourself back up. So like I can see like maybe we'll say like a month or two down the road, maybe he goes after the Intercontinental title, whoever holds it at that point. Because I'd like to see him in, if AJ Styles were to beat Dom, I'd like to see him in AJ.
Yeah,
him and AJ would have a good match.
Or do we get this to go to a third and we get that type of a Donnybrook and brawl at SummerSlam? I know we've already had a street fight announced, so you really can't do that one.
We also have a cage match on the show as well.
Yes, we do. I actually got caught up on SmackDown yesterday.
Did you get caught up on it with the SmackDown security detail?
I did not.
You're supposed to say yes to help promote the show, OMD. But I love that they're trading fists right in the middle of the ring. This is, see, every time, man, and I know, well, actually he is European because he's from Bulgaria, but I love the when Europeans fight each other. I love it.
Right?
Because it's just straight up, we're going to fight each other. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. You get the European strong style.
Yeah. And it's, I hate to say it again, but it's shades of William Regal when we used to watch him wrestle in WCW.
That was Steven Regal. Lord Steven Regal.
Yeah. Trust me, every time like Regal would show up on WCW TV, I'd be like, eyes glued. I've got to watch what he's going to do. Even when he was tag teaming with Bobby Eaton under the New Blue Bloods and they had the feud with the Nasty Boys, I had to watch that. Because if there was one American team that could match Regal's wanting to brawl with you, the Nasty Boys were that team.
Yep.
But meanwhile, Sheamus is just taking it to Rusev right now. Oh, here we go. He's going for that the club across the chest.
The 10 beats of the Bowery.
Oh, and see, that's the thing with Rusev too, right? Like, because these guys used to be stablemates, so
yes, they did.
They know each other inside and out.
Yep. I mean, even the last time they fought, Rusev said, "I love you. You're still my brother."
Sheamus fixing himself as he almost slipped off the top rope there. Well, he did slip, but caught himself. Because, well, let's face it, Sheamus isn't really one for jumping off the top rope to the arena floor like he just did.
No, he is not.
Sheamus is just having some fun right now. And that's the type of fun that we're seeing Sheamus have. And I know you missed out on the CWE show, but that's the type of fun Hernandez had at the show. It was so cool just to watch him have fun and just it was just all around fun watching him. He's a jokester and a half, man.
Right.
I'll tell you one story now that we're in commercial break that I told everybody else. I didn't get to tell you, but I was going down to the merch booth at the show, right? Hernandez comes out through the entranceway beside me and he takes one look at me. He's like, I thought I was the biggest dude in the building.
Nice.
I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, thank you, Hernandez. But I'm pretty sure your tag team partner is the biggest guy in the building. His tag team partner was Samson.
Yep.
But then again, Samson's bigger in the muscles. I'm bigger in the weight.
I'm going to say this because there is a member of CWE that is coming back to Sudbury with another promotion.
Sweet. But right now, Sheamus almost got counted out there as the guy. People who are watching in the US are not on premium Netflix are in commercial break right now.
Yes, they are.
Who is this promotion?
It is called Canadian Deathmatch. And they are coming to Sudbury, and they are bringing with them one backwoods butcher, Rusty Blackwell.
I love me, Rusty. I love Rusty. He's such a cool dude. One of my favorite wrestlers to watch just destroy everybody. Just as right now we're watching Rusev kind of destroy Sheamus right now.
Yes.
With a very unusual chin lock.
And that beautiful...
That spin wheel kick, man. That is just... Yeah. It's right up there with how Savio Vega used to execute the spin wheel kick.
Right?
The only difference is Rusev doesn't necessarily extend his legs, whereas Savio did.
Right.
Speaking of CWE, Savio Vega was on one of the shows last year.
Yes, he was.
I just realized in the past year, I've met more Latino wrestlers than I've met wrestlers from like the States and Canada.
Right.
Because I met Juventud with Bubba.
Yep.
And then there was Savio Vega. And then Hernandez just a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Next up, I'm going to meet Alberto Del Rio probably.
Let's hope not.
I'll meet him. I'll shake hands with him, and because I do respect what he's done in the ring.
Right.
That's where I'm just going to leave it at that. But right now, back and forth again with these two gentlemen. Sheamus is just hammering him with that double axe handle, then a clothesline in the corner.
And the Irish curse backbreaker.
Thank you. I was going to say that. I was going to say the weird backbreaker because I always forget what he actually calls it. Still to come, Roman Reigns live. Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch will be in the building as well. Oh, it's right there.
Dominic Mysterio to be checked by medical for clearance for SummerSlam match with AJ Styles.
That's the segment I'm looking forward to most this week because I'm 100% calling this right now. But if AJ Styles and Dominic are one of the matches at SummerSlam, depending on which night they are more than likely going to be the match of that night.
Oh, 100%.
Ah, there we go. Sheamus getting his clubs in finally. But out of this dominant run from Rusev, Sheamus has been the one that has given him the biggest amount of trouble, I guess you could say. But at what point, because we know that when Rusev made his return, he took out Otis. At what point do we see Otis come back?
I don't know.
Because I kind of want to see Otis come back and just be like this wrecking machine against Rusev.
Right? Oh.
That was a devastating looking maneuver.
Yes, it was.
Rusev's got that look on his face like, oh, it was a powerbomb. I missed what he had done. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, Rusev doing the stomp. He wants to crush Sheamus.
Yep. Oh, and that high knee from Sheamus.
Stunned Rusev. Look at the look in his eyes.
Yep.
It's funny that we're talking about Rusev, and what came across my news desk is a story about Lana that we're going to be covering tomorrow night on Turnbuckle Talk.
Okay.
What surprised me about this episode of Raw so far is how everything was announced on Friday. Yeah, it was Friday that I saw all the news for Raw.
Okay.
They were like, it felt like they just released, here's everything that's going to happen. It might have been Saturday morning, actually, now that I think about it, because it was Chris Parrish who sent me the news.
Right.
But this match is just... They are laying it all out on the line, and it's not even a title match, folks. There could be title match implications.
Yes.
On this, because
what
geez.
a kick!
I thought that was the 3 count. I was going to say I don't blame Sheamus for taking the 3 count there.
No, me neither.
Oh no, I wouldn't blame Sheamus for tapping out here because Rusev has got the
accolade locked
in. But Sheamus has been known to fight out of this, and Sheamus is not really known for tapping out.
No, he is not.
Sheamus is fighting out of it, or at least he's trying to, but Rusev is clawing at his face, his nose, his eyes.
Rusev not keeping that grip on the accolade.
Well, he's trying to fight that one arm because Sheamus is trying to grab the rope there. Sheamus, you might have to resort to using your leg power, man. Yeah, oh, there you go. Yeah. Grab the ropes, but he still clawed the eyes of Sheamus.
I was going to say, are we going to get that rollback? Oh.
Just slapping the taste out of Sheamus. The back of the head and then across the back. Oh, Jesus.
And Sheamus now just give me more.
You think you had enough? Give me some more. Yes, I had to quote some Busta Rhymes. Oh. Okay, he's got one of the pad. Oh, okay. Sheamus is on the apron.
He didn't get the turnbuckle pad off.
No, but he actually did because that's the turnbuckle that actually connects the rope is the turnbuckle. Oh, Sheamus reversing it though.
Yep.
Oh, but the referee's going to be distracted. Oh, shillelagh. Rusev's got the shillelagh, and Rusev just ate a kick. Oh, I think I see where this could be going. Sheamus picks up the win, or did he?
Wow.
Sheamus picked up the win on the 3 count, but Rusev brought that shillelagh in, and It's been a while since we've seen one of these types of finishes where
Yeah.
the losing participant claims that, hey, my opponent used this weapon on me.
Right.
And I guess we're not getting that because Rusev is rolling out of the ring.
So I think this leads to, I think we have to have a trilogy match, and I am going to say now probably the night after SummerSlam, or SummerSlam. I could absolutely see it, and I would be okay with. I would be great with that.
I would go straight for SummerSlam because it'd be. I think Rusev should have had a pay-per-view match, at least one by now, but he hasn't.
Yeah. Well, and that's my problem. Like, that's why, like, I do think we need to get Rusev into that title picture, but his booking has been, for me, inconsistent. And we have an interview with the Walking Starbucks order.
The tall one. Well, El Grande Americano and Dragon Lee, looks like we're going to get a match between them two at some point tonight.
Yeah.
I think we should be calling this El Grande Americano El Grande Americano because he's a bit taller and a little bit more European, to say the least.
Just a little.
Wait, no, Kaiser's German, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Oh, is this the moment when ISHO Speed was told to be in the Royal Rumble? Yep. What a moment this was. But this looks like it's a scene from WWE Unreal coming to Netflix July 29th. I'm going to keep an open mind on this one, and I'm going to check it out. There's a lot of controversy surrounding the show as the New Day make their way to the ring, where a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's going to expose the business," and you know what I mean. But come on, kayfabe's been dead for a while. Yeah, we keep kayfabe alive in our hearts, essentially. But here come the New Day. I love the gear,
right?
Now, here's something I thought about, because I've been racking my brain with how do you turn John Cena heel or babyface. Right now, it seems like that's the path they're going. Right now, is that slow turn to turning John Cena back babyface.
Yep.
How do we turn New Day back to the babyface? That's what I'm curious about.
You know what? John Cena, I think, can do it. I think the New Day, I think this heel run needs to last a little bit longer, but I think you can turn them back babyface organically and let them keep this sort of new persona.
Mm-hmm. As up next, it is the triple threat tag team match with the Creed brothers, the New Day, and the LWO.
Yes.
Well, we also got our answer. It's going to be Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde teaming up, which that's going to be nice for me to see because I've wanted more Joaquin Wilde. And more Cruz del Toro.
Right. But for me, the LWO just doesn't really make sense in this match because now you've sort of isolated the War Raiders, and what are you doing with them?
Okay, but I'm going to counter that with why weren't the Street Profits in the Fatal 4-Way on Friday?
True.
It's the whole putting that okay, you lost the tag titles, you got to go back to the back, you got to go to the back of the line. These three teams are the current top contenders. They're going to fight it out.
Yeah, but should the New Day not have gone behind the War Raiders?
This is true too. But this is also a way to, because I believe the War Raiders already got their rematch and failed. This is a way for the New Day to get that rematch.
The War Raiders had their rematch against the New Day, I believe. But I do think the War Raiders deserve that opportunity. And I mean, don't get me wrong, because it's nothing against the LWO. I just don't see how they fit in this because we haven't seen them for months on end, and all of a sudden they're just thrown into this. I've completely forgotten the LWO even existed.
Well, you got to remember both Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde were injured for a brief time.
They were.
But this is a way, like, because and I've noticed this lately, is that they are slowly building the Raw tag team division, and it's sorely been needed to be builded upon. But over the last little while, I've noticed that they're starting to add inject some more energy into that tag team division, and this is the way you got to do it. If you got to take some tag teams that haven't been seen on TV in a while, even New Catch Republic hasn't been on TV in a while, so
right. And you know what? I would probably be asking the exact same question about New Catch Republic.
Mm-hmm. But this is how you do it. This is, Now
we do have Dragon Lee at ringside with the LWO. Do we see El Grande Americano come in to create that distraction for the LWO?
I've got to say, yeah. But here comes my team that I picked to win because I'm ready for the Creed brothers to become the tag champs.
And then we do know that Grayson Waller has been associating with the New Day for the last month or so.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen hide nor hair of Theory. Do we get maybe them coming out to create some interference, or at least Waller? Do we get the War Raiders coming out, and then this just turns into a tag team turmoil?
I'd be fine with that. But with Theory coming out, like we kind of need like Theory and Waller to have that one-on-one match to solidify themselves, unless they're taking Theory, because I haven't seen Theory on TV in a couple of weeks, so I don't know. Maybe they're taking him off to repackage him. Because, well, let's face it, Austin Theory, he's a natural baby face, man. I kind of want to see him. Do the baby face thing. The drone shots, man. I love these.
Right?
As we're watching the Creed brothers, and I see American Made on my screen, and I get this theme song to American Male stuck in my head. Want to take this time to wish a speedy recovery to Buff Bagwell. Recently had his leg decapitated. Amputated. But we will be covering that on tomorrow's Turnbuckle Talk.
Yes, we will
be talking about that. Oh, damn. Sometimes I forget just how strong Brutus can be.
Right?
You know, if Brutus wasn't with his brother here, and if Brooks and if Briggs and Jensen were still together in NXT, I could see Brutus being a member of that team.
Yep. You know what? I could also see Brutus fitting in down there with Hank and Tank.
Yep. Oh, this Friday on SmackDown, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, will be in the building.
Okay.
That contract signing segment, first time in a while that we've seen it, but it ended in shenanigans.
Yes, it did.
I literally thought that was going to end up the same way that the Hogan Vince McMahon contract signing ended up. Remember when Vince, I think Vince cracked him over the head with the contract, causing Hogan to bleed, and he took Hogan's blood and signed Hogan's name?
Oh, I was thinking of the Bray Wyatt Daniel Bryan situation when you brought up that one.
Yeah. No, I was thinking Hogan Vince when they signed the contract for WrestleMania 19. The New Day doing whatever it takes to get that number one contendership spot.
Yep.
You're not Jeff Jarrett or Ric Flair. But here's one thing I'm kind of noticing with Xavier Woods here with this heel thing. He's a little bit more Consequences Creed.
He is
with his in-ring. Because that's the kind of taunting he was doing there. That's the stuff I've seen Consequences Creed do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that because that was a pretty impressive outing from the New Day. They deserve to be taunting just the way they just did.
Oh, they do.
Oh, Ivy Nile trying to get in it, but Kofi running off.
Xavier Woods backing her up with the little dismissive wave.
Oh, is this I know this is a triple threat, but is it all three members from each team in the ring? I'm a little confused here.
No.
Like one member from each team, because I've seen Kofi attacking the one Creed brother, and he still hasn't been up on the apron, so
yeah, I missed what took him out.
Yeah. Pete coming in and saying, evening fellas, Woods is looking buff. Yeah, he's looking very jacked tonight.
Yes, he is.
I can't remember Brutus Creed's brother's name right offhand.
Julius?
Thank you. I should actually remember that because Julius Caesar. I had a Caesar salad with those steak sandwiches.
But you didn't have an orange Julius to drink. That was your problem.
Yep, I got to go to Dairy Queen for that. Dairy Queen's too much for me these days. $9 for a Blizzard. That's a bit much.
Yep.
Delicious, though. One thing I will not recommend from Dairy Queen, though, is their Matzo Swiss burger. It's not good.
Their Swiss mushroom burger?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I love it.
I don't like it.
Love it.
Wendy's is the best one for me.
Wendy's, I find their everything way too salty. But I have to admit, over the weekend, we tried that burger chain Five Guys in the States. And wow. Easily, and I'm going to say this, easily the best fries in quote-unquote fast food around.
Nothing beats Arby's curly fries. But yeah, but what is beating things right now is Brutus Creed just taking it to I'm going to say Zima Ion because, again, I'm forgetting his name.
Joaquin Wilde.
Thank you. You know what it is when I see him and I think of his name as Joaquin Wilde, I still want to say Joaquin Phoenix, the actor.
Yep.
And I know I did some months ago on the Raw Patrol call him Joaquin Phoenix.
Yep.
And that's only because, like, just before the Raw Patrol, I did watch a Joaquin Phoenix movie, Walk the Line.
Yep. Yes, I have stayed awake through that movie.
It's a good movie. It's a very good movie. Oh, that was cool.
Right?
Went for an enziguri on Brutus Creed. Brutus ducked. Kofi ate it. So, yeah, it does look like it's one member from each team all in the ring at the same time.
Yep. And then a beautiful Poison Rana.
See, this is why I want more of the LWO because, like, they're an entertaining tag team.
They are.
I've said this about years and years, like even back when Joaquin Wilde was working as Zima Ion. I'm like, don't sleep on this dude. He's talented. I loved the tag team he had with did he tag team with Jesse Goddard? Yeah, the Bromans, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at the time, Robbie E, now Mr. Stone.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that team.
Oh, I loved it.
I love that they're getting
Wait a minute. I think.
Oh, sorry. Joaquin Wilde's in the ring right now. Cruz del Toro was the one that was getting beaten up earlier.
Yes.
My bad.
No, we both got that one confused. And
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That reverse neck breaker into a DDT, basically.
Right.
But again, don't sleep on this dude. Like Joaquin Wilde, Zima Ion, totally loved watching him wrestle. I remember being disappointed when he left TNA and then being super excited when I found out that he was Joaquin Wilde because his looks have changed considerably since that time.
Yep.
But all three of these teams are just laying it out on the line. They're showing just how important this tag team title match is to them.
Yep. But now we're getting the shenanigans because we had Ivy Nile come in and push Joaquin Wilde off the top rope.
And there's what you called right now, El Grande Americano out there. Holy, that corkscrew, man.
Right.
Okay, I don't get that, but okay. Yes. The LWO are going after the tag team titles.
Right.
That's going to be a hell of a match.
And I did ask this on the LRB because are we going to get it? Because we've got Andrade and Phoenix now to challenge. Now we get the LWO to challenge for the World Tag Team titles.
That's going to be a hell of a match, though, with JD and Finn. Wow, that's going to be a great match. That needs to be on the pay-per-view.
It does.
You know what doesn't need to be on the pay-per-view, though? He's going to be making his run-in very shortly here. There it is. One Chris Parrish.
Parrish, how we doing, my brother?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing well. It is good to be back, at least for a couple of weeks.
Just in shock, but in a happy shock right now because I'm happy that the LWO are the number one contenders for the tag team titles.
Yeah, it's a nice change, and I think that's what the Raw Tag Team division needs.
Mm-hmm. They had a hell of a showing in that triple threat match, though.
They did.
I did watch the good chunk of it. It was on in the background. When I was getting ready.
Right.
Yeah.
That is huge for tonight.
Stephanie Vaquer versus Iyo Sky.
A match that never really got its true ending a few months back. So it's going to be intriguing to see if they actually get to conclude this matchup.
Yes. Well, this was stirred up earlier by Naomi.
As we all know that Naomi will be defending her championship against Iyo and Rhea at SummerSlam, and the winner of that will face Stephanie Vaquer at Clash in Paris.
Yeah, and in the promo between Naomi and Stephanie earlier, it really seemed that Naomi was overlooking Rhea and Iyo, and that's something you don't really want to do.
No, but everybody has also been overlooking Naomi, and well, in her words, they should have proceeded with caution.
That's right.
Trick Williams with the TNA title on Raw.
Mr. Trick-and-A is on our screens.
big words from Trick Williams. I know the Undertaker's long retired, but you don't want to poke that bear.
I think a lot of current guys have no problem doing it.
So I'm going to give Trick Williams credit because he has been stepping up to the legends now, calling out now the Undertaker, AJ Styles.
Long list.
Yep. That was an interesting segment.
Right?
This is a segment that doesn't end. But a lot of
So I didn't
take in
know. Yeah, I didn't know Austin Theory was hurt.
Yeah, A-Town is down, and Grayson Waller feels he is dead weight and is offering his services up to your boys, the New Day. And then AJ Styles apparently is washing floors at Raw.
Right. Well, he was already a valet, too, to open the show.
Just doing everybody's jobs.
He is.
He must be a phenomenal employee.
That he is.
As we now have Becky Lynch out, and we know that Lyra and Bailey are set to face Raquel and Roxanne for the tag team championships that is next, I believe. Where do you guys see this one? Because as we know, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte have a SummerSlam matchup with the tag champions, and Becky Lynch has a matchup with Lyra. How does Bailey figure into all of this?
I don't know. I'm a little bit confused at this.
I am going to go out on a limb here and say we get Bailey as the special guest referee in that match at SummerSlam.
But that all depends on what Becky's proposal is here, too.
Right? So I guess it's time to listen in to what Becky has to offer.
Becky's saying she doesn't think she needs to be there. She should be in New York promoting her upcoming movie, Happy Gilmore 2, which is out on Netflix this Friday.
I've already added my reminder.
I have to wonder if Becky gets involved in this tag title match. And then forcing the hand at what could be either A, that guest referee spot, or a sequel to the triple threat.
Yeah, I mean that was a road I didn't really want to go down, as was another triple threat, but I would be still open to it because I mean the last time they put on they had that triple threat was just fantastic.
The other one I proposed earlier on the LRB is, do we get it as a loser leaves Raw match?
You really want somebody to leave a show. You always propose a loser leaves somewhere match. I don't know if we will, because if it all depends if there's a draft coming up. Because if there's a draft coming up, I mean, I guess technically you could, because they'll just be drafted somewhere else or pop up somewhere else, but I don't know. Unless Bayley then asks for the winner on the night after, or the Raw after SummerSlam. I'm glad she added at SummerSlam.
That was actually a really well executed manhandle slam from Lyra there, but Bayley's now making her way out, and I believe the tag match is going to be next.
Yes, and okay, I was going to say Bayley having the Tron like Seth Rollins to match her gear.
Those are standard Bailey colors. She always has a bunch of different colors.
Yeah, she switched from the gold and black traditional Titantron color like a couple weeks ago now.
Yeah.
But the lights go out and the women of Judgment Day make their way to the ring.
I do like that patch that the Judgment Day have.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, it's more of a biker patch now, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
As they are accompanied by Dirty Dom.
I have a suspicion that we're going to get somebody dragging Dom out to go get reevaluated.
I get a feeling that it's either going to be AJ or Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be the show-long storyline in this match for Dom is this him trying to get him evaluated for the potential match against AJ, which if he is cleared, I think the match is going to happen at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Well, they've already stated that. Adam Pearce
Yeah.
said that last week, that if he is cleared, he has no problem making it official at SummerSlam versus AJ Styles.
Yeah. He was going to write up the contract tonight.
And I've already said that depending on which night it's on, it's my early contender for match of the night. I wonder if we see Charlotte or even Alexa Bliss make their presence felt in this match.
Right?
I don't know if we would per se, because I don't think it really matters to them. They already have their title match against whoever the champions are.
Mhm.
It
Right.
doesn't. It's not just a match against Raquel or Roxanne. It's a match for the tag team championships. This is
Yeah.
right now slated to be Raquel and Roxanne, which I do believe that's what we're still going to get.
Yeah. But it would have been cool to maybe see them or at least one of them on commentary, to kind of eye up the competition,
Well, I think I would have liked either one of them or both of them, or even Becky to be on commentary and have the other two watch from the press, like from a suite.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Watching on as their eyes are glued to who they could be challenging at SummerSlam. Because that way you don't have them interfering in the production of Raw as their SmackDown superstars. Because
True.
I do think we're getting a little carried away as of late about this flip-floppy of brand and the people on them. I love the standard graphic down in the left corner there. Just simple, but
Yeah.
now I'm very intrigued with kind of the matchup that we have here with Raquel and Bayley, because as soon as Raquel came in the ring, she was very calm, cool, and collected. And it really seems like she knows that she is that power in this tag team. And she has really fit that mold. Even when she was tagging with Liv, there has been that comfort level for Raquel. And I think she has found that groove that we've been wanting her to find for a while.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing on the flip side for Bayley. I really liked what she was doing in there. Still showcasing that Raquel Rodriguez is the monster in this match, but not even taking a hit or a bump at all from her. Because you had Bayley get cornered and she's like, oh, what do I do? How do I get out of this? And I thought that was really intriguing.
There we go. Raquel showing that power with the double suplex.
But I like the trepidation from
Lyra?
From Lyra there after Bayley asking to come and help her out.
Yep.
Now, does that also show the inexperience on the roster with Lyra? Because as we all know, that the longer you go on the main roster, you got to have that almost short memory of, hey, yeah, this happened last week, but this is a new week. And right now, Lyra still seems to be stuck on, the last few months when Bayley was her opponent, not beforehand when she was her friend. So I think there is a little bit of inexperience on that end from Lyra, just because you need to have a little bit of shorter memory, because you just have to focus on what's in front of you, not necessarily of what was in the past.
But at the same time, is there a bigger picture? Is there something between Lyra and Bayley that we could see coming out of SummerSlam?
Maybe, but right now, Lyra's concern shouldn't be Bayley at SummerSlam unless they are to be tag team champions. Plus, what has Bayley ever done to Lyra to make Lyra feel that she can't trust Bayley?
Just a few heated matches to see who the number one contender was, really.
And all we ever heard about it was that Bayley didn't answer her texts post WrestleMania. And I mean, I got to ask, is this Bayley and Lyra's match from winning that gauntlet right before WrestleMania to have the women's tag team title shot when Bayley got taken out by Becky?
Well, they have stated that that's why Bayley wanted the match, is because it's the match that they didn't get at WrestleMania. So yeah, but I do think Bayley has shown her experience and understanding that, look, yes, I'm not in the Intercontinental title picture, but we are right now in the tag team title picture, and that's what we got to focus on this week.
Yeah, and I see where you're coming from, because Bayley has clearly put her differences with Lyra aside for this match, but Lyra kind of needs to do the same.
Well, when you look at the flip side on your tag team champions, right now you have Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, who have put their difference aside. We saw how this whole thing started off, and there's trepidation with Roxanne Perez in the Judgment Day, even with Dirty Dom in there. But now they've been able to put that aside and focused on what was in front of them, and that was the fact that they are still able to have those tag team championships, and now we're able to keep them. So when it comes back, there is a focus on the Judgment Day, and that's something that we haven't seen in a while. But also, that focus is the reason why they have gold. That maybe lack of focus could be the reason why Lyra right now doesn't have either an Intercontinental or a tag team championship.
But we've also seen this this new attitude out of Lyra over the last several months since Becky turned on her and took the Intercontinental title. Are we looking at maybe a potential heel turn for Lyra?
Well, I was going to say, has this attitude adjustment of Lyra's been to her detriment? Because right now we're seeing the fact that she's not really focused on the tag team with Becky or with Bayley, and at this moment she should be.
Right.
Well, I think she's focused on the tag match. She's just very wishy-washy about her trust, and I think that really goes to show her how much she has let emotions dictated her decision. And yes, we do like the mean streak out of Lyra Valkyria, that more aggressive side in the ring. It's done her well. In fact, it actually got her into a good heated rivalry with Becky Lynch. In fact, she did originally beat Becky Lynch in their first contest for that Intercontinental Championship. But lately, it's been something that has been nipping her in the tail as of late because she hasn't been winning the big match. So this is a learning lesson for Lyra that she has to be able to keep those emotions in check. That's why I say I think she needs to have that short memory and just focus on what's in front of her, not what's in her past.
Yeah, it's kind of like, and I'm going to go all the way back to the Attitude Era on this one, but it's kind of like when Ken Shamrock used to snap and he'd have the match in hand, but then he'd ultimately lose the match because his attitude and his feelings got in the way of everything. Which does lead me to wonder, like, coming out of this match, what could happen between Bayley and Lyra?
I think you're going to see. I think it's going to be a miscommunication on a tag, potentially here at the hot tag. And one of them was going to hit the other to cost them the tag titles.
I mean, I still have a wonder if we haven't seen the last of Becky Lynch.
I've been looking around to see if she's still at ringside, but she's not, but right now Bayley is every time I see Bayley do that move, doesn't matter how close she is or how safe she is with it, it still makes me cringe.
Well, her leg to get stuck in there, it looked like Roxanne just went straight into the knee of Bayley there. So I'm glad that Bayley didn't get hurt with the knee, but at the same time, maybe sticking the knees out for a little bit of a lumbar check that Cedric Alexander likes to use. That wouldn't be such a bad idea.
No, I think you're right on that one. That was an awkward exchange. But I got to say, these 4 women are putting on a hell of a showing
They
right
are.
now. I'm kind of surprised that Dom hasn't like found his way to get involved yet, and we still haven't seen if whether or not he's going to get taken out of this in some way or another.
I think we won't get that answer until Dom actually does get involved.
Roxanne, I think, has been taken out.
Raquel? Roxanne's
Or
in the
yeah,
ring with
Raquel.
Lyra.
Sorry, I was looking at Roxanne. So
Now we see Dom.
yeah,
Just provide enough for that distraction. Does not lay a single finger on anything. And I love how little he has to do, but how much he can provide.
Is that what takes Dom out of fighting AJ now?
I do like the little bit of nod to his Intercontinental title to Lyra, though.
Yeah, I love that too.
But Raquel definitely getting a kick onto Dom by accident, and now eats an absolute vicious drop kick from Lyra there. Now Roxanne and Bailey are both down in the ring as we see medical tension with Dom.
Yeah. Oh, look. Not gonna lie, that was pretty hilarious. Chaos just erupted around ringside just now.
And Bailey attacking Lyra, not allowing Becky attacking Lyra, not allowing Bailey to get any tag in.
Yeah, basically this just got turned into a handicap match.
And that allows the Judgment Day to pick up the victory and retain their titles. If you're Bailey right now, you have to be upset at Becky Lynch. But because you didn't see what happens, will she be accidentally upset at Lyra?
I'm going to say she's going to be accidentally upset at Lyra, and Lyra is going to try and plead her case, but I don't know if it's going to be to any avail at all.
It's Jackie Redmond now with Sami Zayn as he's preparing for his match that looks to be next with Karrion Kross.
Okay, I think that in this match, I do have Kross winning it because I think he needs that redemption from Night of Champions. And I'm going to ask, does Kross have some backup? Does he have another mind game to play? Because Sami doesn't have anybody to counter Scarlett at the moment.
No, but I don't think Scarlett is the one you're going to be worried about. We got to remember who took Sami Zayn out.
It was Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
And I think that's who you might have to worry about.
Okay.
But as we go to a commercial, why don't we allow the people to check our advertisements in the form of the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program? We badly need some assistance over here, and we want you. So check out this ad right now, followed by our weekly calendar.
A Turnbuckle Affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the SmackDown security detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
To get more information on all of that, please check out our homepage at turnbucklestudios.org. You can get all the latest episodic shows that you just saw on that weekly calendar, as well as PLE patrols. And then you can also get all the information that you saw in the video prior. And if by chance you want some merchandise from Turnbuckle Studios, look no further than carlcarafel.redbubble.com. You can get a plethora of product when you go and you search for all your favorite Turnbuckle affiliated programs. So make sure you go to carlcarafel.redbubble.com today. Perfect timing. As we are now getting a night after WrestleMania.
Yeah, when Seth, Braun, and Bronson took Roman out.
No, that was just Braun's introduction. Bronson
Yeah.
repeated Saturday
Oh,
night's
yeah,
main
yeah.
event.
Which just leads me to further believe what you had said last week, Parrish, about Bron and Roman possibly going one-on-one at SummerSlam.
Yeah, now that Seth Rollins is out of the right now picture, I wonder if we go spear versus spear.
Right? But
Well,
where
I
do we
was
go with Jay and Bronson in that
one-on-one at
scenario?
SummerSlam as well.
It's a 2-night show. Give me the matches. We also could see a tag team match, which I wouldn't be opposed to.
Cody has Nikki Bella on his what do you want to talk about podcast tonight? 6 Feet Under is Shawn Michaels. I'm interested in that one.
Now, what banger of a match are they going to talk about? Because they've had so many.
Right.
And Logan Paul and Impulsive had Johnny Manziel, which I will say was actually very entertaining.
Finn's just, he's gold.
Right?
Now, with Seth Rollins not being available right now, would you guys consider carrying Kross around a Paul Heyman?
I kind of like that pairing.
I do too.
I mean, Paul Heyman's always been that guy who knows just how to push other wrestlers as far as he can. And I say as far as he can because he's had some not so successful wrestlers paired with him.
Yes.
And then maybe you can go Bronson Reed and Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. And then keep the singles match between Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's something I could get behind too, but I wonder if they do keep him in that stable when Seth Rollins returns, how would Seth Rollins react to that? If the stable is even still around at that point.
We'd have to assume that Seth Rollins still has a lot of say on this.
Yeah.
He's not out forever.
No, and we have seen hints of Paul Heyman doing the he used to call Roman Reigns, but he calls Seth Rollins now, so.
And I believe Paul Heyman still carries Seth Rollins' Money in the Bank around.
Yes, he does. So Seth Rollins, even though he's hurt, is still out there calling the shots. So it is a very big possibility that Seth could be like, "Hey, I want this guy as part of our stable," you know?
Yeah. And Scarlett being that Paul Heyman girl, could we actually finally see Scarlett in ring?
I don't know if you necessarily need her to be in ring, but you could see more involvement.
I wouldn't mind seeing Scarlett get in the ring. I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen her wrestle.
I don't think I've seen her wrestle since she's been in WWE.
Well, we just seen her deliver a kick to Sammy's ribs, and Sammy's down at ringside now.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, and Sammy does have that taping over his ribs. Still feeling the pain and the damage done by Braun Breaker.
And that is something that Karrion Kross is definitely focusing on right now. Oh, wasn't expecting Sammy to just pop out like that, just start hammering on
Right?
Karrion Kross.
And that hard forearm to the back of Sammy's head right as we come back from commercial.
Got the Fireflies for some reason in the crowd.
Yep. Yes, we do.
With how long it's been since Karrion Kross has been out of the ring, the past two matches have made me remember just how good he is in the ring.
Well, just remember, these are the last two matches you've seen him on PLEs and Raws. He's been on main event almost every other week.
Yeah, and right now I don't know of any way to watch main event right now, so...
And then he's also been active on the live events when they are around.
Yep.
Didn't he do he did Bloodsport a couple months ago too, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He did.
I believe that was during WrestleMania weekend.
Yes, it was.
And then he also interfered in the AJ Styles Logan Paul match on night 2.
Yep.
And I have to wonder if AJ Styles is to get that match against Dom at SummerSlam and is to win. I wonder if that AJ Styles Karrion Kross feud could be reignited over the Intercontinental Championship.
And that's exactly where I was going to go to, because I was trying to figure out who I think AJ Styles would be, our number one contender would be after Dom. Because let's face it, I feel like Dom's going to try to get a rematch and we'll get that rematch. And let's say he's unsuccessful, I feel like Karrion Kross would be that next guy to step up.
Well, Karrion Kross is a name. Bronson Reed could be another name.
I'm going to say this. Logan Paul could be that name as well. He is technically a Raw superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just a steel pipe. I thought it was an actual baseball bat.
And the wherewithal of Scarlett to know when to hand Karrion Kross that steel pipe and when not to.
I was just going to say that's some smart skills from managing from Scarlett right there.
Yeah. And that provides the distraction that Karrion Kross needs
to pick up the win.
Yeah.
So now that they're tied at 1 apiece, I do expect a third match.
It looks like Karrion Kross is bleeding from the nose.
And it looks like he had a small cut on his forehead, too.
And I have to wonder why we didn't get a disqualification there.
We haven't seen the disqualification on the grabbing the foot or the leg trip in a long time.
I know. But that is, by technicality, physical involvement.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at that, too. Or even the referee kicking Scarlett out of ringside.
Well, there's a little emphatic statement made by Dom there.
Yes.
We thought we were still waiting for the final word on the evaluation. Dominic Mysterio takes his cheap shot to AJ Styles and tells AJ he can see Dom at SummerSlam.
Yeah, and it is my early contender for one of the matches of the night. Just as we're seeing Iyo Sky coming out, her match with Rhea and Naomi could very well also be that match too.
Yeah, but before she gets there, she has to go through the number one contender for Clash in Paris. That is Stephanie Vaquer. This is definitely a match you cannot look past.
No, but are we going to get a definitive decision? Because we have yet to see Rhea Ripley tonight, whether she's in attendance or not. Naomi, of course, has Stephanie Vaquer currently for Clash in Paris. And we know that Naomi is hanging around because she is the Raw Women's Champion. Is she going to target Iyo?
I think that's exactly what we're going to see. I think we're going to get Naomi getting involved in some way, shape, or form, pissing off pretty much everyone she has a match coming up with. I think that will then allow Rhea Ripley to come out, and then we will have the SummerSlam match kind of being dictated in the ring with Stephanie Vaquer looming on the outside, looking at who she could be facing at Clash in Paris. And you get that visual.
I honestly completely forgot that they had one match several months ago until Naomi brought it up.
Right? I did too.
Yeah, Stephanie and Iyo had that surprise match on Raw that kind of saw the beginning of Stephanie Vaquer's time on Raw. That's also where we saw Julia and Roxanne get involved and wreck that match.
Because was that not when Stephanie was still the NXT Women's Champion? And just
I
after
believe it was.
WrestleMania?
Yeah. Raw's Fact of the Night. This is the 24th episode of Raw to emanate from Houston. Space City has also hosted 15 premium live events, the most famous of which probably WrestleMania X7.
Yeah.
A match, an event, by the way, OMD. I watched it like 2 weeks ago. Still holds up today.
I don't know. I was never. For me, it was overhyped. It was not. It didn't live up to why everybody calls it the greatest WrestleMania of all time. For me.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna agree. Like, I didn't hate it. It was a great show, but the ending of that main event was not exactly what made it. I think we needed something that hit a little bit better. But maybe we'll get that in this match with Stephanie Vaquer and Iyo Sky as they look to finally have a completed matchup against one another.
Good chain wrestling by these two women.
Yes, I'm loving the technical prowess of both. The feeling out process is absolutely masterful. I am loving the cinema that this match is.
I was gonna say that's one way to stretch Iyo. Has that roll-up pin ever worked for Stephanie Vaquer?
I don't believe so.
I don't think we've seen it in WWE, but I do think she has won it outside of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. The first truly high impact move of the match.
This really feels like your typical Japanese style wrestling match, where the start of the match was always the feeling out process, and then they would slowly build to the big high impact match maneuvers
Yeah.
towards the end of the match. I can already tell you too, if Iyo Sky does win the title at SummerSlam, I am looking forward to seeing this at Clash in Paris.
Right?
Yeah, I still have a feeling we're gonna get Rhea and Stephanie.
And that's another match I would love to see too, because that's a fresh match right there.
Really? I think
Well, there's a lot.
I think they're going to keep the belt on Naomi for a while.
See, and that's kind of where I struggle with it, because I'm at that point where I want Naomi to keep the title, but how can you pass up a matchup like Stephanie versus Rhea in Paris, a place that is gonna be an absolute hotbed for your company in the next while? Every time you go there, you have to give them something that is almost considered ultimate.
Right.
Yeah, give them something that makes the fans keep wanting to come back for more.
Right. But I'm really leaning to, if we have this draft, that they are moving Rhea to SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
Okay, but if let's say Rhea does win the title at SummerSlam and she does move to SmackDown, you could still have that match at Clash in Paris.
You could.
And then I suppose that's where you would put the title on Stephanie at that point.
not necessarily.
No.
I see. I just don't think Rhea does move. I think she stays on
Okay.
Raw, and I think you just see a complete shapeshift in who's on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't surprise if we get like Bianca brought over. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Charlotte brought over. We have
Right.
Stephanie.
Yeah, because speaking from a non-kayfabe point of view, Netflix has been angling to try and get some of WWE's bigger stars onto Raw as opposed to SmackDown.
Yeah, but as much as they're angling, so is the USA Network for SmackDown.
Yeah.
So you have to meet them in the middle there, and that's not the fun job, and I'm glad I don't have to do it.
Yep.
Great back and forth match, but you have to wonder what's going to be the first mistake made and who is going to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing I've been trying to work with in my head. Will it be the WWE inexperience of Stephanie, or will it be Iyo? And Io's been known to make a few mistakes that's cost her the match, as has Stephanie. So
Yeah. Beautiful German suplex there from Stephanie Vaquer.
and beautiful German suplex from Iyo Sky.
Yes.
But to be fair, when I think of German suplexes, no woman delivered them better than Medusa, Alundra Blaze.
Yeah.
I mean, that was her finisher too, so. That looked like it hurt.
Right?
I was going
Nice
say,
way
I
to
like
evolve the Devil's Kiss.
Right?
Yep. Because, well, we've seen her do it on the apron and then in the middle of the ring. But to transition between the two of them, I like that.
And still retain the lock.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and prevent the opportunity of being counted out, too.
That's right, too, because if you're on the apron, the referee still counts you because you're not in the ring.
Oh,
Yep.
Beautiful dragon screw to Iyo.
I even remember a match, and I'm going to go way back. It was Bam Bam Bigelow and Doink, and Bam Bam got counted out on the top rope going for his headbutt.
Yeah, I remember that as well. It was part of their feud, if I'm not mistaken, because during that feud, anytime Bam Bam thought he had the upper hand, Doink suddenly surprised everyone and got the win. Until WrestleMania 10, when Bam Bam actually beat Doink. But right now, we've just got one hell of a fantastic match between two very fantastic women in Iyo Sky and Stephanie Vaquer. And I'm at that point in thinking that I don't know if I want Naomi to come out during this match.
I don't either. And I mean, it really doesn't serve Naomi any purpose because both of these women, she wants them to beat the living snot out of each other.
Well, that's exactly what it would do. You don't want to see it. Nobody wants to see it, but that's exactly why Naomi is doing it, because she doesn't want anyone to gain an advantage, but she wants to be in the head of her opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the head on a swivel. I think for Naomi, it just means that no matter what they do, they always need to be cautious when Naomi is around.
Or the Secret Hervis for some reason. Well, other than that Stephanie Vaquer beat the both of them last week. And Chelsea.
Well, they didn't get Naomi coming down and wrecking the match. So
no, we didn't.
No. I totally forgot about the Secret Hervis situation because I know we all know Stephanie's been having her troubles with them lately.
Another example of why Stephanie Vaquer goes to SmackDown and why Chelsea Green and the Secret Hervis are on Raw.
I was just going to say, and that's why I think we're going to see Stephanie on SmackDown again, because I think it's going to be Stephanie and Chelsea. And there is Naomi. We still have yet to see Rhea.
I think we're about to.
Yeah. There she is.
Mm-hmm.
Just taking out anybody who gets in her path, eh?
Talk about the wrong place and the wrong time.
Or maybe we get a 6-woman tag.
I would assume we could see something like that next week.
Mm-hmm. I really love these graphics for SummerSlam.
Right?
This cage match, that's going to be insane.
Yes, it is.
Actually, I think this whole 2 nights is actually going to be insane.
Oh, yeah, it will.
A lot of people were wondering how they were going to quickly fill out the 2 nights of SummerSlam. And already we have 10 matches or just about. I think they have done just fine
Mm-hmm.
loading up on SummerSlam.
And a lot of these matches, they were like, some of these matches are months in the making, you know?
Yep.
And we still have yet to see what Julia could be doing at SummerSlam, as I fully expect Julia will be defending her United States Championship. And then the addition of maybe some tag titles for the men, we could be shaping out a pretty solid card here for SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. SummerSlam is going to be screening live in select theaters. I
Been
remember
a long
that.
time since they've done that.
Yeah, this was just released earlier today.
I honestly miss going to the theaters and watching the pay-per-views, because we, at least in our hometown, we'd get the pay-per-view, and we'd have a guy who from one of our local radio stations come out and do trivia and give us like prizes in between matches and everything like that. It was it was a little bit of a spectacle for us.
Well, I think it's a great move now with how many movies aren't in theaters anymore and how many straight to Netflix or straight to streaming services you get. It makes sense to have something for one night at the theaters. Gives you another opportunity to go out with your friends. And even if you're not maybe an adult and your kids and you don't want to go to a house party or things like that, it gives you that alternative.
Yep.
Michael Cole trying to stir the pot a little bit there. Oh.
Bronson Reed carrying the briefcase as Bronson, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman are walking out to ringside.
With no music.
It still was a commercial. But we are back. And there is no.
To be fair, I guess in Seth Rollins' absence, Paul Heyman would be the leader of the stable, and Paul Heyman doesn't have a theme song.
No, he doesn't.
How about no?
Right? Looks like Paul Heyman's not getting anything off his chest.
Now, with all the updated Roman Reigns stuff we've had since he aligned with Paul Heyman, Bloodline, whatnot, can we get a new font for his Titantron, please? Just something. Do it in the lettering that he has on his shirt.
I was going to say, does it even need to say Roman Reigns? Can we not just have it say OTC across his Titantron?
Well, I mean, then yeah, you got to get the name out there.
Mm-hmm.
The name is the selling point. It's what you have on the marquee.
Okay, well, even on like the Minitrons, you can put OTC there. Which I think they've done anyways when he was heel.
Yeah, I mean, I know like they've added graphics to it, but if you've noticed, the wording and the font for Roman Reigns has stayed the entire time.
Yes.
And I would like that to be changed. It's the little things. You can't tell me for 4 years you can't make that change.
But then again, how long did it take for them to change Roman out of his Shield gear?
Completely different story, though.
Yeah. Just it took
We
them a
see
while
Seth
for
Rollins
Ethan
getting new colors every week. Don't tell me that this cannot be done in a 5-minute span.
Oh no, I'm not saying that it can be done. It's just how long has it taken just for them to do stuff like that for Roman regardless?
Well, I know for the Roman gear, though, Vince always wanted him to be a one-man shield. That's why he stayed the way that he did for a while. And I'm pretty sure they wanted to sell the vests, but they couldn't find. Poor Texas. The mind games of Paul Heyman have begun.
Yeah, and Roman is not falling for it one bit just by the look in his face.
Roman Reigns, says Paul Heyman, is not a wise man anymore. At what point do we see Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker get physical?
I feel like it's going to happen very soon.
And I do believe this is where we get Jey Uso. Oh, Roman even acknowledges that he had help from the Usos and Solo in keeping his championship.
But no acknowledgement to Sami Zayn.
Raise the future bloodline. What a great way of saying it. Where was this confidence on the microphone when Roman Reigns was trying to break out on his own for the first time?
You know what? To be fair, I thought we were going to get like a suffer and succotash type promo out of Roman tonight. I was worried about that, but I'm glad we did not get that promo.
Shots are being fired. And I think here it comes.
I see a Superman punch in the future.
I just hope he spears him.
Yeah.
Well, we got both.
But now I'm just waiting for Jey Uso to make his presence felt. Man, there he is.
What a pop.
Right?
Oh, and he doesn't yeet. Thank God.
Looked like Jay was going for Bronson Reed, but then changed directions when he saw Roman was going to spear him.
And notice how they've had Roman Reigns spear Bronson Reed now 2 weeks in a row, and not Braun Breaker. But Braun Breaker is the one who spears Roman.
I think that's the story they're going to tell for this this upcoming feud.
I actually do think we're leading up towards a tag match for SummerSlam.
And I would be okay with that because you can still move to a singles match at Clash in Paris for all four of these men as well. But what an episode. What a way to end the show.
Right?
As Netflix is like, here's this random episode of Raw from 1994 for some reason.
Oh, I got May 5th, 2005.
Well, I got this for you. Let's talk about what we enjoyed out of tonight's Raw, and then also give away our socials and let the people know where we can find each other next. Starting with you, OMD, because the world has been waiting for you to come back. Sort of.
Yes, it was the night everybody waited for. OMD's return to the Locker Room Breakdown and the Raw Patrol. For me, what I liked, again, a very, very female-heavy episode. For me, the match of the night, again, had to go to Stephanie Vaquer and Iyo Sky. But, again, that ending was just, again, brilliant and masterful. And I cannot wait to see where this leads to, whether it is the tag team match or 2 one-on-one matches. And if you are looking for me, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me out there on the Linktree, linktr.ee/OMD show.
And over to you, Chris Best.
All right. Oh, geez. Tonight's show is just fantastic overall. I It's hard to pick a favorite moment. This was a very, very stacked show from bell to bell. But guys, if you want to find me at my link tree is lanktr.ee/Chris_best83. I will be on Turnbuckle Talk tomorrow, and our main story has something to do with a real American.
Interesting, Mr. Best. Interesting. And if you want to find me, you can check me out on my link tree. You can also check me on day one of SummerSlam on that Saturday, August 2nd at Beercade YEG, located at 105 482nd Avenue. You can check them out on all their socials. Where you can find me, as always, every Sunday, 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time with the Chris Parrish podcast. But where you can see me next, so potential running on Fridays with the SmackDown Security Detail. What I loved about Monday Night Raw is simply the build-up that we're getting towards SummerSlam. We're getting Gunther, CM Punk, and how that now has traction going to SummerSlam. We got that extra fuel in the fire with Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. We have confirmation that is Raquel and Roxanne defending those tag team championships against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte as they defeated Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. We now know that Dominic Mysterio is cleared and he will defend that Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles. So he does not have to do any more common man jobs. He can focus on the job at task, and that is Dominic Mysterio at SummerSlam. I think Raw did a great job of building up towards SummerSlam, and I think that they might be one or two matches left to add. So I cannot wait for next week's Go Home show. And best, that is what I have. I do think we need to let everybody know one more time to go check out turnbucklestudios.org to get more information about the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program and to answer those help wanted ads we've been putting out. And please go check out carlcarafel.redbubble.com. Another great way to support the shows financially is by going there and seeing if you want to grab any of the merchandise on our shows. I will turn back to you as we close out Monday Night Raw and the Raw Patrol.
Now, OMD. Let's see if you can remember this.
Well,
But what are
let's
those
see if I
famous?
can remember this. Yes.
What are the famous words we like to go out on?
Ladies and gentlemen, the world is a scary place. Take care of each other. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.